Welcome back to Kirtland High School for the third match of our tri-meet here at Kirtland with the Hornets, Wickliffe, and Jefferson. The first two matches, Kirtland defeated Jefferson 49-15, and Jefferson defeated Wickliffe 39-24, although the scoreboard said something different. I'm going to go with the score that I kept during the match, and hopefully I think it was correct. We're about a minute away from the final match, which is Wickliffe versus Kirtland. And I believe we're going to start at 106 pounds, which should be a doozy of a match if everything goes according as it should. You have Brendan Williamson for Kirtland, a district qualifier. He will wrestle Wickliffe's Jake Buteri, a freshman with a 26-7 record. Jake ran into a tough opponent there in the first match against Jefferson. But, Dan, if everything goes well, I think that should be a pretty good match.
Absolutely, and Jake Buteri looks extremely good as a freshman. You know, to have that many wins, as a freshman and this early in the year, that's saying a lot for his future. I believe that he must have wrestled as a middle schooler and probably as a youth wrestler at some club.
Yeah, he's definitely got some experience there, and I got to see him earlier in the year at the Cardinal tournament where he placed third. And he wrestled real well there, and I think the week before that he was sixth at another tournament. I can't remember which one. But so he's got some experience coming into the year, and obviously he's wrestling well this year. So I'm real curious to see how that match goes at 106.
Absolutely, and Brendan Williamson is coming off of his best tournament of the year. He finished in first place at the Husky Invitational down in West Salem in Wayne County, and it was a dominating effort. He is riding a serious confidence high, and he's a junior. So,
yeah, he's coming in with a lot of momentum. And in talking to Coach Francis, Brendan has really been wrestling well. I think what he did at Northwestern kind of spoke to that. Now, going back to Northwestern, and Coach Francis pointed out, there were only two kids in the weight class, so he had to win one match to win the tournament. But it was a Northwestern kid, a Ewing from Northwestern. So, right. You know that kid had some wrestling experience, and Brendan went out and pretty much destroyed him in that match. So, you know, he's coming in confident, and, you know, we're going to get to see him here right away. So we're starting off with 106. In the yellow, that's Brendan Williamson from Kirtland, and in the blue, that's Jake Buteri from Wickliffe.
I did not realize there was only two kids in that weight class. I saw the name Ewing, and his brother Jake Ewing was the state runner-up, and I was like, wow, this is really good. But either way, that's a really nice win for Williamson, and this should be a great match coming up right here. In the blue singlet, we will have Jake Butari from Wickliffe. In the yellow singlet, we will have Brendan Williamson from Kirtland. This is 106 pounds. And Williamson immediately in on a single leg. He takes him down, lets him up. 2-1 advantage, 10 seconds in for Williamson from Kirtland. Williamson in on a blast double leg. And tries to get a flying half. He does. Takes him down. Making it 4-1 in favor of Williamson from Kirtland. 30 seconds into the match. They go out of bounds. They'll reset in the center. Williamson gives him the escape point, 4-2 in favor of Williamson. Williamson really looking to win the takedown battle here. Again with a double attempt. Switches to a single. Drives in deep and gets the two. In the first minute, Williamson from Kirtland with 3 takedowns and a 6-2 lead. Williamson trying to throw in the legs. Butari not letting him. He's doing a pretty good job fighting him off in the bottom position. And Williamson ultimately lets him up. 6-3, his advantage. He's going to go for another takedown. Underhook, tries to pick the ankle, doesn't get it, but does get the takedown. 8-3 for Williamson. Williamson looking to lock up a far side cradle, but now it's a near side. He switched it. No, it's still far side. Sorry, my bad. Far side.
As long as he keeps switching sides, I don't think you're going to be wrong, Dan.
Yeah, right. So, and the period expires. The lead 8-3 for Zach Williams. Or I keep saying Zach. It's Brendan Williamson. Brendan Williamson from Kirtland. Zach is actually his older brother, who is the coach at Kirtland Middle School. So, anyway, second period, 8-3 lead, Brendan Williamson of Kirtland. Williamson again on a shot. Takes him down. 10-3. Brendan Williamson of Kirtland. This match has implications in the Chagrin Valley Conference, also at the sectional level, as these two will definitely be in the same bracket, most likely facing each other at some point in either of those two tournaments.
Yeah, I think they'll see each other several times more before the year's through. You've got the CBC tournament coming up, and then, of course, sectionals. So you never know what can happen.
The two blue and gold schools from Lake County, small schools, Division III, in the sport of wrestling. Good traditions for both schools, too. Some state champions back in the day for Wickliffe. Greg Drenick was a multiple-time state champ. Kirtland has had a slew of heavyweights, 3 of them. And they get into a scramble, these 106-pounders. 40 seconds left in the second period. Still a 10-3 lead for Brendan Williamson. Williamson trying to run what's called a guillotine.
I want you to spell that, Dan.
Guillotine.
Hey, nice job. Kirtland education there.
Exactly. No, but the guillotine, if you're not familiar with it, it's to chop somebody's head off. So really, that move is a real devastating one. Williamson successfully riding him out. It ends the second period, 10-3 advantage for Williamson, and he chooses the bottom position. If he escapes, he will be up by 8, which is a major decision for Kirtland. In team points, that would be 4 instead of a regular decision, which would be 3. Williamson with a nice couple switch attempts. He eventually stands up and gets out, 11-3, his lead over the freshman Butari. Takes him down again. The Kirtland coach asking his wrestler to kick him out, meaning let him escape, and get another takedown.
It was really important for Wickliffe to get off to a good start here in this first match because Kirtland's going to get forfeits at 113 and 120, and a loss here is going to really put Wickliffe in a hole as they try to win their first dual meet of the night.
Williamson lets Butari up again. The score should read 13-4. It doesn't, but it should. Butari with a attempt, but Williamson rolls through and makes it 15-3 as the board says. Oh, now they changed it, 15-4. That's right, 15-4. There's a minute left in the match. Williamson with a dominating effort so far. He'll need 4 points for a technical fall. As it stands right now, it'll be a major decision. The difference between the two is a major decision nets Kirtland 14 points, where a technical fall will get them 5, and a pin would get them 6. And Williamson getting a near fall count, but he does get near fall points. He gets 2 of them. 17-4. He needs 2 more for the technical fall. 10 seconds left. He's got 10 seconds to turn him. And I don't think he'll be able to. Butari. My bad. Williamson with the 17-4 win. Brandon Williamson from Kirtland over Jake Butari from Wickliffe. We go to 113 pounds. Wickliffe does not have a 113-pounder. And Mike Peterson gets the forfeit for Kirtland. Makes the team score 10-0 in favor of the Hornets.
There's Daniel Yankee going up for the 120-pound forfeit, which makes it Kirtland 16-0. And at 126, that is Blake Andonian from Kirtland, and I believe it's Dominic Billy from Wickliffe.
Okay. This will be an interesting match as well, as Billy is a returning district qualifier. Andonian is an explosive sophomore from Kirtland. He gets the opening takedown, and he's looking for near fall points right away. Gets around. A 4-1 lead right away off 2 for a takedown and 2 for near fall for Andonian. And 1 point for an escape for Billy. Another takedown for Andonian makes it 6-1, and then an escape makes it 6-2. Andonian in the first minute so far controlling the pace and the action. Wow. What a nice outside single. Jeez. 8-3, Andonian's lead now. Still in the first minute. A pancake attempt. Does not go, but he still gets a takedown. He's got the near leg hooked, sort of in a Merkel-like position. I don't know. I mean, he's probably not going to do that, but...
Both of these wrestlers had a pin in their first match tonight. Billy had a 34-second fall against Jefferson, and Andonian had the 14-second pin against Jefferson.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Steve, but Blake Andonian's brother, Bryce, is in middle school, and he wrestles for St. Ed's Club, and he's a state runner-up.
No kidding. Need to get him out of that St. Ed's program.
Yeah. Another 2 points for Andonian in the first period. As time runs out, it is 12-4 in favor of Blake Andonian from Kirtland. Dominic Billy wins the toss, elects to defer. Andonian chooses the bottom position. Andonian tries to roll out of it. Billy holding on, trying to turn. Oh, wow. Really nice reversal by Andonian.
Right to the back. That's killer instinct right there.
His movements are so explosive. I mean, jeez. And there's the fall. 34 seconds into the second period, so the pin time is 2:34 for Blake Andonian of Kirtland.
It'll bring up the 132-pounders. Looks like we've got Gus Mormino for Kirtland and Jordan Sidhu for Wickliffe.
Yep. Now, Mormino is a sophomore. Sidhu is a freshman. Sidhu with a 19-19 record so far. That's a lot of matches. Sidhu gets the opening takedown. Mormino trying to escape, and he does. The team score at this point is 22-0 in favor of Kirtland.
And I'll confirm that. I'm on the same page as the score table.
And Sidhu with a really nice takedown of Mormino. He gets a half right away. Almost takes him to his back, but Mormino fights out of it.
Sidhu won by forfeit in his first match tonight, while Mormino came up on the short end of a fall against Jefferson.
Sidhu has gotten both offensive attempts, both offensive scores. Now Mormino in deep on a leg. Actually two. And they go out.
Got to finish. He was in so deep. You got to suck that up and finish it off.
Absolutely. And the Kirtland coaches are all now telling Mormino to push the pace, to keep going. Mormino in a front offense position. And he spins around, gets the 2. That ties the match at 4 with 19 seconds left in the first period. That was a big takedown for Mormino. At the beginning of the match, it looked like Sidhu was really controlling the action, although Mormino got out of both attempts, but still. Very good end of the period for Mormino. I think this one is going to be a close one the whole way. Sidhu gets his choice to begin the second period. He chooses the bottom position. Mormino will be on top. Sidhu immediately up. Really good explosion from him. And Mormino brings him back down to the mat. Mormino trying to get the wrist through the legs.
Just a reminder to you wrestling fans out there, join us tomorrow night, same time, 6 p.m. We'll be out at Cardinal High School for a double duel between Cardinal, Kirtland, Independence, and Harvey. 4 CVC schools will butt heads tomorrow night, and we'll be there to provide the live video and a little bit of play-by-play to satisfy your wrestling needs.
And Mormino riding on top of Sidhu.
4-4, fighting for some hand control there.
Neither wrestler really able to do anything. It's not that they're not being active. They are. I mean, Sidhu's trying to get up. Mormino's trying to work for a turn, but they're fighting each other off. Mormino now trying for a cradle, doesn't get it. Tries to break him down again. Sidhu. At this point, Sidhu's trying to not get turned. He's got to work up. Mormino, Kirtland coach is calling for Mormino to do power half. Power half is basically a way to pry up the elbow so that you can get a regular half Nelson.
Yes, if you can get that power half in, you're going to get the half because people aren't going to want to have their arm cranked like that. They're going to give it up.
Absolutely. And Mormino with a bundle. He might score from here, but there's only 14 seconds left. He's going to have to do it quickly. Working to go around the head and the near fall.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
3.
Down to 3.
And they do give him 2 near fall points. Those were big points right there.
That's why you keep wrestling to the whistle. You can't give up. You know, here you were with 7 seconds. You end up getting 2 points. That was huge.
And the third period begins. Mormino chooses down, and he has a 6-4 lead. Sidhu working to turn with the same move with that butcher. Mormino almost goes right to his own back, but he doesn't. He gets out of it. Then Sidhu throws in the legs. I'm telling you something. This match is going to go down to the wire. Ref stops the match for a penalty point for something. Mormino got a penalty point to make it 7-4 in his favor. Did you see why he got the penalty point?
I'm not sure. I didn't see the hand signal.
I saw him do a T, so it was a technical violation, but I don't know exactly why.
I think in that position it had to be locking hands.
Yeah, very easily. Sidhu again tries to get the legs in, and he's turning Mormino. Oh, this could be big. 1 minute left in the match. Mormino, a 7-4 lead.
This will tie it.
Sidhu had the count.
Yeah, this will tie it. It'll be 7-7. If Mormino can get out of the cradle and then get an escape, he can still pull out the win. But he's in peril right now. There he goes.
Mormino's got to not get pinned.
Yeah, he worked his way back to his belly. Now he's just got to work himself out, get that 1 point escape. 40 seconds to go.
And Mormino working up. If he gets this escape with 30 seconds left, he can win the match 8-7. And he might get a reversal right here. Oh,
to the head. There's the 2.
Right to his back.
Now he's up 9-7. 23 seconds to go.
9-7 with 2 more for near fall. 11-7. 15 seconds left in the match.
Right here, every coach in the world's yelling 1, not 2, 1, not 2. Give up the 1 before you give up 2. There, they're breaking the action as they go out of bounds with 10 seconds to go. Mormino up 11-7.
That is what you like to see from both wrestlers. Back and forth match, really tough. Both fighting, and then, it comes to a scramble.
That was an exciting match.
Mormino looking for a half. Does not get it. 2-1, and there's the match. Gus Mormino.
Very nice win.
With an 11-7 victory over Jordan Sidhu, the freshman from Wickliffe.
That'll make it 25-0 as we move into the 138-pound weight class.
At 145 pounds, we have Evan Francis of Kirtland versus...
Yeah, it's 138.
Oh, it's 138. Yep. Oh, I didn't realize Evan made 138. 138 pounds. We have Evan Francis of Kirtland versus Patrick Bonanno of Wickliffe.
Of course, Evan Francis is a state qualifier.
Yes, 2-time.
Bonanno came into tonight 24-13, senior from Wickliffe.
Francis, with that 2 years of state experience, he's looking for his 3rd trip down there this year, and he's not wasting any time in this match. He had the first takedown, and now he's looking for back points and a fall. Francis, too, at the state tournament, he had all close matches both years. He was really in tight bouts.
Yeah, and he ran into some pretty tough kids down there, too. He always talks about not wanting to be the 4 seed anymore. It's tough when you run into a number 1 down there.
Absolutely.
He's got all kinds of time to settle in on that cradle. There it is, 51 seconds left. So minute 9 in the first period.
All right, and we go to 145. There'll be a forfeit. Chris Brown will get the forfeit. Chris Sakanis gets a forfeit. Clayton Davidson also about to get a forfeit. So Kirtland is really cleaning up here. And we go all the way up to 195 pounds. And I expect this match to be very tightly contested as well. We have Alan Havistow from Wickliffe. He's 18-8, a champion at Cardinal, versus Anthony Porter, a senior from Kirtland. Last week was third at Northwestern. Porter immediately with the underhooks, Havistow with the overhooks. Porter looking for a throw, but Havistow stepping through. Now Porter stepping through. These guys look like two bulls in a china shop at the moment. Both very aggressive with the tie-ups. You like to see that at 195 pounds. Both wrestlers very strong. Football players for sure. Definitely Porter. Porter was on 2 state championship football teams at Kirtland. Havistow, a name very familiar to Wickliffe wrestling. Porter, again, trying to get those underhooks up. Havistow trying to clamp him down with the overhooks. Both stepping in front, and neither one really committing to the throw. So they reset in the center, still 0-0. 50 seconds left in the first period. Oh, Havistow with an outside single attempt, but that really goes awry, and Porter
made a pay.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's tough. It's tough to go outside on these big guys. I mean, it's, you have to do it real quick, and you have to be able to get out. That's the thing. He wasn't able to get out of it. Porter is on top in the yellow. Havistow on the bottom in the blue. Porter with a 2-0 lead. 22 seconds left in the first period. Kirtland with a 49-0 team lead. Havistow looking to step over. Porter might end up getting it. No, it was just a weird scramble. That could have gone either way. It could have been bad for Porter. It could have gone bad for Havistow. Oh, now, well.
Saved by the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. And the first period ends 2-0 in the favor of Porter. Havistow gets his choice to start the second period. He chooses to take the bottom position. Porter looking to break him down. Neither wrestler really doing a heck of a lot. Porter hooks the near leg. Porter's got to keep his hips up, or Havistow is looking to hip over. He's done that twice already in the match. Now, Porter's doing a good job right here of keeping his hips higher, so that's going to stop that hip over stuff. Ooh, Porter trying for what's called a Slavinsky. It's a tilt, but he just fell off. So Havistow able to counter that and get a reversal. Havistow ties the score 2-2. Second period, 56 seconds left in the second period. Porter from Kirtland now down. I mean, in the bottom position, not down in the match, but in the bottom position. Havistow on top. Porter's got to work up, and instead he rolls. Both of these kids in the bottom position seem to want to roll more than get up. Although it's awfully tough to get up with 195 pounds on you. I know. See, Porter's got his hips away, so he can get up. Haavisto is trying to run the legs. He's way too high though. He's got to sink down. They're going to go out. Yep. Porter tried to turn in and get the reversal, but they were too far out, and they go back to the center. 8 seconds left in the second period. Match tied 2-2.
Should I say it, Dan? We haven't had an overtime match all night.
Yeah, this might be the first one. But who gets a choice in third? I think it's Porter, right?
It'll be Porter's turn, yes.
All right. If I know Francis, Porter's going down. Yep. And he signals down. He signals down. Francis is going to want him to.
Coach Francis just showed him how easy it is to get out.
Really?
He just showed him. It's that easy. Yeah.
Oh, man. Porter, a very, very strong wrestler, but he's going to have his hands full. Haavisto is very comfortable in the top position, it appears. He's still getting too high with the legs, but Porter
nice
kind of able to get out, but kind of not. They're giving him backs. All right, so basically Porter got up. Haavisto then instinctively got a head and arm throw and put Porter right to his back. They've been in a rolly position the entire time, and even now, Porter's going to come out on top of us. So in the end, it comes out 5-4 with Haavisto.
Yeah, Haavisto got the 3 for the near fall, and Porter got his turn. And looks like he's getting his near fall.
On his back.
Wow.
He's looking for the fall.
Oh, he just got it. Wow. 5 minutes and 16 seconds of pure adrenaline there.
That was an awesome match. Great job by both wrestlers. Haavisto is going to see Porter at the conference level and the sectional level. I think we are going to see that one again, and it might mean a lot. It might mean sectional placement. Might mean conference placement.
Oh, yeah, those two will see each other again. Who do we have coming up here for Kirtland to get a Tudelo with the fourth?
The freshman Tudelo gets a forfeit. And now we move to heavyweight, where for Kirtland we have two-time All-Ohio football player Dylan Deemer versus, for Wickliffe, I have to get their sheet. For Wickliffe, Pat Sheridan. Sheridan weighed in at 277.3. Deemer's trying to get down to 220. So this is going to be an interesting contrast of styles.
Oh, yeah, he's giving up a lot of weight, and he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. Kirtland's up 61-0, and obviously the Hornets would like to keep that clean sheet right there. So not only is he going to have to battle Sheridan's extra weight, but he's going to have to battle the weight of trying to keep that shutout in place.
All right. Deemer in with the overhook immediately. Gets a collar tie on the opposite side. If Deemer is able to win the upper body ties, he's going to win this match because that's really the big strength for a bigger wrestler. Deemer in a front head position. He's trying to just turn him right from there. And he does. Wow. That's a lot of power right there. I think
potentially dangerous there.
Yeah, I think
so. No back points. and Deemer will get the takedown, but Sheridan will get the 1 point for the potentially dangerous move there, the illegal hold.
He didn't have the arm?
I don't think he had the arm. Couldn't tell from this angle, but it looked like he just had the head and a part of the arm.
Yeah.
I don't think he...
when you have a headlock in any position, whether it's on the feet or on the mat, you have to also have the arm with you. So Deemer looking to work a power half. Sheridan doing a good job of keeping balled up, but that's not really going to score him points. That's the problem. Deemer kind of looking for a three-quarter Nelson.
Deemer has some experience on the mat. He wrestled as a sophomore. He took last year off, and he's back on the mat this year.
He wrestled as a youth wrestler and as a middle schooler, and he was much, much, much smaller. So he's used to wrestling like a lighter weight. He's built his body up over the last few years, and he's a powerhouse. I would be very surprised if he doesn't make a run at the district tournament to go to the state tournament. It's tough when you're a bigger heavy, though, because, you know, those big guys, if they can outmaneuver you and they get you in a bad position.
Like here, this is a tough spot to be in. He got out of it nicely. Deemer won the Northwestern Invitational last week. Nice outing for him.
Yeah, he had a really good tournament. He had, I think, 3 pins to win it, so that was very good.
Yep, pinned his way through.
First period ends 2-2. Deemer got the only takedown of the match. Sheridan got a penalty point for an illegal hold and an escape. They're in a double body lock, and Sheridan throws him with a hip toss. Deemer really,
that's where we talked about that weight disadvantage he's in. It's going to be tough to get out with that big fella on top of him.
See, the thing is, Deemer had the appropriate lock to counter it. He just didn't sink his hips down. That was the thing. But Deemer might actually get out of this.
There he goes. Worked his way out.
And he gets
the reversal.
Too. All right, so it's 7-4 favor of Sheridan. And Deemer's looking for a turn.
Right, he's got to get his body out to the side.
He does, and he has to get that elbow up, too. He's not going to turn him with his elbow on the mat. Right, drives him over, and now he's getting back a near fall count.
40 seconds, he's got plenty of time, and there it is.
And he gets the fall.
39 seconds left in the period. That makes it a 3-minute 21-second fall for Dylan Deemer, and the Hornets are going to win this thing 67-0.
Wow, 67-0. It's about as close as you could get to a sweep. The only ones that were not 6-point victories for Kirtland were at 106 pounds. Jake Butari held Brendan Williamson to a major, and at 132, Jordan Sidhu held Gus Mormino to an 11-7 decision.
Yeah, that was an impressive dual run there for the Hornets, and now we've got a couple of exhibitions here, so we'll just kind of close out, talk a little bit about what we saw tonight out of Kirtland. 2 wins for them, 49-15 over Jefferson, and then 67-0 over Wickliffe. Pretty dominant performances by the Hornets all the way around. I really liked what I saw out of Chris Sakanis in the first match. He had a forfeit in the second. Evan Francis looked strong as usual. Clayton Davidson looked strong as usual. Dylan Deemer, an exciting match. Anthony Porter, an exciting match. It's kind of tough to beat that kind of wrestling in some of these dual matches, but we saw a lot of good matches tonight, Dan.
Absolutely, and the ones that stuck out to me were the Mormino match with Sidhu from Wickliffe. It could have gone either way. They were in a scramble at the end. Sidhu actually had the lead, and Mormino was able to put him to his back and won 11-7.
Yeah, lots of excitement tonight. I'm going to give you a reminder. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, we'll be back streaming live from Cardinal High School, where we'll see Kirtland again. We'll see Independence, Cardinal, and Harvey, 4 Chagrin Valley Conference teams, priming up for that conference tournament in February. But Dan, great to have you here tonight. Looking forward again to tomorrow. And then another reminder, next Wednesday, the state dual tournament kicks off. We'll be right here at Kirtland. The Hornets drew a top seed in their region, and they'll host Cardinal, Liberty, and is it Wickliffe?
Cardinal and Liberty, I know. I don't remember who the third team.
Newberry's the fourth.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think it's Kirtland versus Newberry in the first round, Cardinal and Liberty, and then the winners meet after that. We will stream live from there as well. So Dan, any final thoughts before we close out this evening?
This was a great night of wrestling for all 3 teams, and I look forward to more tomorrow night.
All right, thanks, Dan, and thank you all for joining us. Signing off from Kirtland. You can follow up, and you will be able to download the archive to the dual meets tonight. Those should be available later tonight or early tomorrow morning. We thank you for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.